Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's episode, let's say 2 of the 2026 Fitness Journey with Tony. Just got done with jury duty, and it was pretty funny. So I got there, I'm like, I could have just brought my previous jury duty sticker, and the lady there was like, that'd be crazy. And it's like, I was thinking, I said to her, yeah, being normal is boring, and being like insane is like just interesting, I guess. I wouldn't say I'm insane, but I wouldn't say I'm normal. Any normalization, I just don't. I don't feel like I'm normal. I do things that most people don't. You know, people just give up halfway through, or just don't even try in the first place. And one example was in high school. There was this little get together. So it's called the Cesar Chavez Convention, and so it was like just this pretty much. You get all these different schools that have little groups of Hispanic people, and they would just like have a little field trip, and we would get all the Hispanics together, and we went to this college. I think it was OSU, and that was like the first time in my entire life I'm like, whoa, I've never seen this many Mexicans. Because it was like whole bleachers stadium, like gymnasium, I guess. Just the all the crowds were just Hispanic Mexicans, South Americans, dark people like me. But I'm just like, when like I'm kind of like a whitewash because my half white dad side and then half Hispanic mom side, and so I'm always like this. I never felt like I fit in with any like just regular group in my community, and I never felt Hispanic and spoke Spanish. I was always just like, well, I'm me. And then when I was at the Cesar Chavez convention, you think it's like I felt like I belonged with the other Hispanics, Mexicans, whatever, and I still didn't. When other people say you're with this group, but you're part of that group and you don't feel like you belong in that group. And it was just really weird. At the very end, it was kind of nice because there was this like little, I guess, dance or something, and I thought it was pretty funny. I called it the Sea of Brown because all you could see is just dark hair, brown skin, little short little Mexicans. I could say that I'm Mexican. Little short little Mexicans everywhere, and I'm just like looking at the top of their heads because they're to like to my shoulders down here, and I'm just like, maybe there's 3 or 4 like alto, tall, um, Hispanics or Mexicans, and I'm like one of them. I'm like, I still felt like the outlier, It was this really weird. I'm with people that are like me, but no one's like me, and then I was just like really like, there is no one like me. There will never be anyone like you ever again. Like, it's wild just to be like, you're the only one of your kind. Because I'm like, in throughout history, is there ever going to be an Anthony Celerino, Tinajero, Hardy ever again? That kind of thing. And that's where, like, singing the Joji song, The Last of a Dying Breed, that really, like, last of a dying breed, flying high to the open seas. It's something like everyone matters, but not everyone matters, because they put themselves in that position that they don't matter. and they just don't need to matter, and they don't need to matter for someone else because they don't, you know. Long time I've been like, if I die alone, I don't. Oh well, But then there's this one occasion in high school. I don't know. It felt like, when God sends little messengers your way, and you're like, huh, that was a perfect moment in my life to hear that, an exact statement. So I'm like eating lunch with my buddies at Taco Bell, and this is in high school. I'm not friends with any of them anymore. And it was so bizarre because we're just sitting in the corner, minding our own business. And then this older gentleman, never talked to him, never seen him. He talks to us and was like, guys, you're friends now. But like, my brother, he's dying alone. With no one. Didn't have a girlfriend, didn't have a wife, didn't have anyone. And he's just dying alone. And that was just like the wake up call, at 16, being like, well, if I don't meet someone, will I never meet someone? And there's always pairs in the universe. You see ducks, quack, 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 and then little quack, 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 little duckies. There's always the diode or the duo. Like in Star Wars, I want to say, like, Ben and Rey are supposed to be the same but different, or, But there's something to it in the universe where there's, like, there's you and then there's the reflection of you, or something, like the other, the girlfriend, the esposa, the wife, the novia. And I've always been friend zoned. I've always been like, oh, you're a brother to me. And it's like, is it because I care and other guys that screw you don't care? Like, and I don't know. It's just, I don't want to talk about girls, but like, without them, there would be no me, kind of thing. If my dad didn't get with my mom, I wouldn't exist. So they're still together. It's been bumpy, but like, they're still together, and it seems like I have no excuse why I don't have someone like, hey, what's up? Hey, I could just chat with you whenever. How you doing? What's up? Something. Had it for a while, but then just, when you grow apart, you don't grow together. It doesn't, it felt meaningless because it was meaningless. I had to be the one at the very end to be like, why are we together, kind of thing. And this was all kind of like brought up to me because I got an Instagram post saying Bricks Cascade 2026 next weekend. And I'm like, oh, cool. Last year, I got dumped on Bricks Cascade. And I was like, good memories, cool. And it's like, I don't want to be like, oh, girls just use you, and then when they're done using you, they throw you away. But with me, it seems like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm not the happy-go-lucky guy that women always want, but they're not that, So why should I be something that they aren't, I can't be 100% and then be 0, or vice versa. It has to be like this. Some days I'm 50% and they gotta be 50% too, or I'm 49 and they're 51%, And that's how it seems like it is with a relationship. There's a give and take. There's a pull. There's, how are you doing? You care, but you don't care about them, but you're supposed to care about them. And you see people that don't care about each other, but they're still together. And it's wishy-washy. The more you think about it, the more time you waste thinking about it. And I think about the time thinking about how much time I've wasted thinking about things. And I'm just like, oh, then I get mad, then I get more mad, and I'm like, whatever, And there's no general gist to this video, but more of just a general This is my life. Join it, don't join it, I don't care, kind of thing. And all my drinks are gonna melt in here if I don't go in there and do a few more squats and run around and do stuff and pretend like I'm happy. So I'll do that, I guess. Have a great day. See you next time. All right, one thing I think is absolutely hilarious. So sometimes I like to drive around my neighborhood, and there's a street called Lincoln. So when I'm on Lincoln Street, I'm on the corner of Lincoln Park, parking my Lincoln and park. And it's just like, it's that Rhett and Link song. It's like listening to Lincoln Park, in Lincoln Park, with a Lincoln, parking as Lincoln. It's like, they explained that you can't improve upon perfection. So, peace.